All right, hi, my name is Marcelo Ribeiro, and we're here at the Orlando Film Festival with our short film called Blue Curtain with dramatic shorts. So we're excited to be here, and we're excited to share the short film with everybody here.
And I'm Cory Keith, the producer of Blue Curtain, helping Marcelo out. He's been wanting to do film and everything ever since I could remember, which was in middle school. I went with him. But we grew up together, and our dreams are kind of to be in film as much as we can to go as far as we can with it, and hopefully to produce great film.
So then what happened?
I saw a gun on his waistband. He turned the corner. He reached behind him. He grabbed for something. And I shot him.
Where do you stand when the world has their eyes upon you? Where do you stand when you don't think you can go on? Where do you stand? Can you see my face? And do you know where I am? Where do you stand? Is there somewhere between us and them?
Our flick's about a police officer that shoots a teenager, and how he deals through that consequence, and how he deals with that situation through how the media perceives him, how the family of the victim perceives him, and how everything how he deals with that situation, through his whole, after the shooting. So, and I kind of wanted to portray the behind the scenes of a police officer or a person in that kind of style, like a military or some kind of person like that, that I didn't like the idea of people assuming that they had no emotions or no feelings after a situation, that they're just killing machines, you know what I mean? Even though you're trained to do something, I wanted to say, hey, they thought about it, this affects them, you know what I mean, and after they do it, so that's the biggest thing.
And basically, you see the story on the news, and you see of, a tragic event, like something like a police officer shooting a kid, or, anybody getting injured or hurt, maybe like that, and then we move on to the next story, and we kind of forget that there is a process, there is an emotional appeal, there is that these people have to go through, and it takes a toll on these people. So that's kind of like the story we're telling.
Well, ironically enough, my close friend who is sitting next to me is a police officer, and I've known him for 15 years, and so I never liked the idea of, as a good friend of mine, that this person, if he shoots a teenager, is not going to affect him at all. And I didn't like how the media, and I saw a news station or a news talking about, a police officer shot a teen, and I didn't like the idea that it was just this monster, you know what I mean? You're like, how could he do something like that? So I didn't like that. And like Cory said was, people only see the news story for that 5 seconds and then they move on, but there's a story behind the character, there's a story behind the police officer or whoever, and that's the story that kind of we wanted to tell. Well, we've been to the Central Florida Film Festival. We got honorary, I don't even remember what it was, but
we got a little nomination at an online film festival.
Yeah, so and then we got nominated for this film festival, Orlando Film Festival. So we're excited to be here. So, well, I mean, probably through everybody, they always submit to the big ones. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's like, I'll submit to Cannes or whatever. But for us here, I thought we wanted to keep it more localized. Because we're around here. We're trying to keep it more of something that, because we wanted to be a part and be involved.
We're more of an up and coming production company in Orlando. So we're like, well, let's find people in this area. Get to know some people in here that are just as passionate about making film as we are. Let's see, and we already met some great people here, including the guy behind the camera. But I was gonna say, and speaking about plugs, if anyone wants to know more about a film, we do have a website specifically for the film. It's called BlueCurtainTheMovie.com. We're also on Facebook, Third Oak. That's our production company, ThirdOakProductions.com, and yes, we actually screened it. To a bunch of, let's say, retired police officers. We got this guy had this big, nice screening room. We, screened it to all of them, and they all came up to me afterward and said, wow, that that really touched me, that really moved me, and that's what our goal was. We wanted to get that emotion out to people, and I think we did that with this film. We wanted people to have that. We wanted to see, because this was one of our first films too. We want to see what we could do with it, and we definitely hit that goal. And especially talking with a lot of the police officers that saw it.
Yeah. So I mean, just continuing with Cory, it was just great to see people's reaction to, because people, like we talked before, people just forget about the news story after it's over, and it's good to say, maybe there's more to this than, just after the news story is over. So it was great to get that reaction from the audience and the crowd. So that was great. I went to UCF. I went to the digital media school, which is part of the film and digital media. And so actually, what I wanted to learn was more everything. So I learned CG animation and all that stuff. So I got a kind of a education on everything. And so, for me personally, I felt that digital was the future of film. And so to me, I wanted to learn as much as I could in the digital world, because that's how I felt where I was going. You know what I mean? That's where the future was going to be. So, so.
And I went to UCF.
I mean, the future is right now, this very moment. So.
No, I did not go to film school. I went to UCF for criminal justice, got my bachelor's degree, but minor in computer science. And that has always been my hobby, dream. And I'm using that to, help us build the websites and, get our marketing going.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, of the two of us, just the two of us,
That's the gun.
we do. Actually, we do have a third producer. His name is Durand. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it today, but he does a lot of promotion. He helps us not only get the film out there, but also get good people to come in and work with us, and we're really blessed to have
Actually,
him.
he's the. If you had to ask who's the main marketer, that's him. I mean, he's the greatest. He's the greatest guy. He's the greatest marketer. I mean, he promotes like there's no tomorrow, and he's the one that really helps us. He's kind of like the third leg on the stool, where the three of us, we all help each other. We help him with his projects, and we help. He helps us with our projects, so we all pushing each other and marketing and helping each other. So.
And if you go to flirtami.com, that's part of kind of stuff what he does. He's doing. Some web series, and also he's doing a side work of fashion shows and modeling and stuff like that. But he's definitely big into film as well.